Alright, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Quant here on the daily time frame. As always, please do like and subscribe before we begin, really helps out the channel. Would really appreciate your support. And with all that being said, we are just taking a look at the charts here. You can see Quant is doing what Quant does, which is bouncing at the $100 level as it has been for so damn long here, in and around that 0.38 Fibonacci. You can see I've made so many successful trades just basically trading this bounce over and over and over. And recently I did put in a trade, as I said in a previous video. Again, I had another position ready down at this level at the 0.38. And you can see here we got filled and it ran instantly to my profit target in the same day pretty much. Since then I haven't actually looked at Quant, but I did come back and check this, and you can see here that I have actually basically just put this trade in and got filled on the same day for a really tasty bounce. You can see Quant for so many times back here, every single time we get down into this area with a stop loss just below that $95-ish area, pretty much bounced to the upside every time and got a really tasty little profit for it. So if we just take a look at what's actually been going on with Quant, really it's just been consolidating, hasn't it? You can see obviously during the bear market it was doing very well before anything else was really pumping really, and then you can see here once we got to December it had the rally that every other crypto had, but it wasn't as amazing as we've seen for a lot of other cryptos really. You can see obviously this 0.38 Fibonacci level at the $100 mark, $100 being a very big psychological support for Quant, which I do think is basically it's just been bouncing here again and again, hasn't it? And you can see the 0.50 also acting as resistance. You can see support, resistance, support again. I took a long position here back in the day up to that level there, which got filled very nicely. You can see retracing, heading down, basically forming what you would describe as another descending wedge like this. A lot of cryptos have been making descending wedges recently, although Quant is probably one of the only ones that I've seen where we've been retracing, but then we got to a key level and actually bounced here and broke out. And really, you could argue this is a breakout backtest and potential continuation, although it looks a bit messy on the chart, of this descending wedge that we've seen for Quant since the start of the year. A lot of cryptos have looked like this, but quite a few of them falling out the bottom of their wedge, to be honest. You know, Polygon and VeChain, two prime examples of, you know, those top altcoins, you would say. I think Quant probably considered a top altcoin as well, that has essentially, you know, been retracing in this descending wedge for a good while here like this. But you can see we actually got a breakout, kind of a back test, and then really we've kind of been grinding our way to the upside since then. Maybe it'll look more clean on the weekly time frame. It looks I mean it looks a little bit more clean on this time frame, to be fair. Obviously a little bit of volatility, but you can clearly see the, you know, we've come in here, got the support, resistance, support. We get down into that perfect $100 level again. We get the bounce here, the back test, and then the bounce again. This is really crazy price action in this area, to be fair, isn't it? I mean, look at this. This is really crazy price action. Huge bounce, huge rollover, huge bounce, huge rollover, and then another big bounce, and now looking like we might be rolling over yet again. So basically I took a trade. I had this trade here which I come up, but I closed it early because we started to get stuck under this resistance here. As I said in that video, you can go back and check it. I actually wanted to take profits around halfway up the range, so that's what I did. So this trade actually worked out very nicely. I closed it around this area here, I do believe. We came back into the area and I said I'd have another long position ready with a stop loss just below this $95 level, which is usually where we overextend to. If we come down, you can see the overextension here and the bounce. And you can see we got the overextension here again and the bounce. Comes back up, close it around halfway up the range again. Another profit taken. And then unfortunately I haven't actually looked at this chart that much since then, because if I knew that was the case, once we came back and, you know, retouched that $100 level again, I probably would have put another long position in it here and I would have been in profit again just from trading this bounce. Obviously this bounce is going to break eventually, or we may just, you know, bounce to the upside of the chart and never retest it again. But I do think that this has been obviously a huge support for Quant for a good while here. A very big psychological support. Obviously $100, a very big round number that people will trade off of. And also it being this 0.38 Fibonacci level, it's just been a really big area of support for so long. You can see all the way back here, this area between 90 and $100 has been a huge support for Quant, and you can see really it was actually that previous bull market resistance. Obviously we had this bear market here, and then the bull, this is where the bull market really started going, wasn't it? So really we've actually overall, we've just broken out, come down. We had this deviation here where we had a capitulation event, but really since then we've just been holding support really nicely, haven't we, for Quant? Kind of really looking like we're, you know, coiling up for continuation to the upside. So we'll have to see overall what happens next, but right now I'm sitting pretty on Quant, to be honest, waiting for that next trading opportunity. I think realistically, you know, considering what we're seeing here, we could see either direction movement depending on what Bitcoin does, but right now I'm staying out the markets and waiting for the next move. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please do like and subscribe, get involved in the content. Leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.